Right now at noon, a stolen vehicle pursuit through Madison shuts down roads and causes area schools to take safety precautions. A messy morning commute for some drivers in Dane County as another crash on I-3990 caused delays. And how the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers is being honored for helping sick children.
This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 at noon on this Friday afternoon. We'll get to those stories in just a bit. But first, let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first alert forecast, and things are improving.
Things are improving. It was a beautiful morning, but then we saw a lot of the cloud cover roll on into town. That's what we're looking at right now. But eventually this cloud cover will begin to thin on out. In fact, that's exactly what we're already starting to see back towards the east. This was a backdoor cold front. It came a little bit backwards into town. Here's a time lapse from the sunrise earlier today, and then you saw the cloud cover that began to thicken on up, and that's exactly what a lot of us are seeing out there right now. But you'll notice at least a little bit of blue starting to go back into the skies there. So eventually we'll clear things out later on. 69 degrees right now, 50s as you get over towards the lakeshore, with Milwaukee coming in at 56. You get back towards the Mississippi River Valley and temperatures are in the 80s. Paris-Duchesne coming in at 84 degrees right now. That's also where it's more humid, but lower dew points are arriving from the east, so it will feel better. Give it some more time, and eventually everyone gets a nice break from the humidity out there. But temperatures will be in the mid-70s by 5 o'clock, falling through the 50s by the time we wake up tomorrow morning, Mark.
Just some patience.
Some patience. That's all you'll need.
That's what we need on this Friday. Yes. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Chris. Thank you. Topping the news today, a stolen vehicle pursuit that began in Fitchburg and ended in Monona shut down roads and caused some schools to take safety precautions. A Fitchburg police dispatcher said a vehicle was stolen out of Fitchburg, and police pursued it just before 10 o'clock this morning. Madison police say the pursuit took place on the West Beltline, Rimrock Road, John Nolan Drive, Willie Street, East Washington Avenue, and Highway 51. The occupants of the vehicle abandoned it and ran toward the Edna Taylor Conservancy. Shortly after that, the suspects were taken into custody. Madison Metropolitan School District says that during the incident, students at Senate, La Follette, Glendale, and Leopold schools the students were not allowed outside, and doors were kept locked. A man and a woman were found dead last night in a home on Madison's east side. Police say the man and woman, both in their 50s, were found just before 7 o'clock inside a home in the 100 block of Harding Street. Police say there was no signs of foul play, and the Dane County Medical Examiner will determine the cause and manner of the deaths. Officials say at this time there is nothing suspicious about the incident. A crash on I-3990 closed down northbound lanes this morning. It happened around 8:40 at the 148-mile marker. That's near McFarland. The northbound lanes were closed for about 2.5 hours. This is the third crash on that stretch of the interstate in the last 3 days. There was a crash near Beloit yesterday and one near Stoughton on Wednesday. A Reedsburg woman was arrested last night after she was seen driving the wrong way down a one-way street. Officers stopped 52-year-old Marcella Boyd after she was seen driving south on North Walnut Street, which is a one-way street that only allows northbound traffic. An officer checked Boyd's records and confirmed that she had a revoked driver's license and 5 prior convictions for operating while intoxicated. Boyd was cited for a 6th offense, operating while intoxicated and operating after revocation. Police are searching the home of a Massachusetts man already charged with kidnapping, torture, and sexual assault. Police believe it is the last known home of 40-year-old Stuart Weldon. They say they already have found 3 bodies on the property. Weldon was arrested Sunday after a car chase ended in a crash. According to the police report, a woman in the car told officers that Weldon had been holding her captive for a month, adding that she had been sexually assaulted and he beat her with a hammer. Springfield police have been focused on the garage and the adjoining yard during the search.
We're intensely searching, as you can tell. We have used technology that many of you might have seen. It is ground-penetrating radar.
Authorities have not released any details about the age or sex of the victim. So far, Weldon has not been charged in connection with the discovery of the bodies. A suspect has been captured in the manhunt for the fatal shooting of a Tennessee deputy. 31-year-old Stephen Wiggins, who's accused of shooting and killing Dixon County Sheriff Deputy Daniel Baker, has been taken into custody. Sergeant Baker was killed after responding to a call about a suspicious vehicle. His body was found inside his patrol car after he failed to respond to radio calls. A woman believed to be his girlfriend has also been charged with first-degree murder for her alleged involvement. The prospect of a trade war is becoming a reality as Canada, Mexico, and the European Union announced plans to retaliate against U.S. tariffs that went into effect today. At midnight, the U.S. imposed tariffs on nearly all imported steel and aluminum. The White House said the reliance on foreign metals had become a national security issue. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau expressed dismay and vowed to retaliate with tariffs on U.S. products.
That Canada could be considered a national security threat to the United States is inconceivable.
President Trump responded on Twitter today, writing, "Canada has treated our agricultural business and farmers very poorly for a very long period of time." The Medical College of Wisconsin has given an honorary Doctorate of Humanities degree to Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers was honored for his commitment to end childhood cancer and blood disorders. Rodgers worked with MCW facility and others in the community and is heavily involved in the Midwest Athletes Against Childhood Cancer Fund. He's helped raise $2.8 million for research impacting thousands of lives. And following 3 days of competition and thousands of words, the country has a new spelling champion. 14-year-old Karthik Nimai from McKinley, Texas, took home the $40,000 prize. The winning word was koinonia. I don't even know what it means. Congratulations to him. There's more to come at noon. Next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
It's National Dairy Month, so make sure you join us and don't forget to bring your appetite. Here in the Test Kitchen, we're always looking for new ideas to help you add excitement to your meals. Well, with June being National Dairy Month, there's no better time than right now to check out what the dairy case has to offer. In fact, the next time you go shopping, do yourself a favor and spend a few extra minutes to see what inspires you. We've picked up a variety of traditional and Greek yogurts and tried them in all sorts of dishes. They can add a creamy, exotic taste to almost anything. Plus, they're good for us. When it comes to milk options, there's everything from fat-free and lactose-free ones to all the nut and soy varieties. That means there's something for everyone. If you've never added chip dip, sour cream, or cottage cheese to your recipes, then it's time to give it a try. So in celebration of National Dairy Month, we've created a casserole that highlights many of these flavors. The filling features cream cheese, mascarpone cheese, and Parmesan cheese with a few spices. We layer that with a saucy meat mixture and finish it with refrigerated French bread dough and some shredded mozzarella. Once it's baked, get ready to dig into lots of creamy, meaty goodness. To get the recipe for what we call our all-in-one Italian bake, simply visit our website. And don't forget to check out your dairy case for inspiration. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a dairy-licious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Ahead on News 3 at noon, a less humid day eventually across southern Wisconsin. Meteorologist Chris Reese has your first alert forecast when we come back. Our call for action phone bank is open right now, ready to take on your consumer issues. The number 608-270-2833. Well, hiring fires up in May, and where teens are spending screen time. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch.
Wall Street kicked off trading with gains as investors shrugged off worries about a trade war and focused on strong employment numbers. All three major averages opened higher. The job market fired on all cylinders in May. According to the Labor Department, the economy grew by 223,000 jobs last month. That blew past expectations. Still more good news, pay also improved, and the unemployment rate fell to 3.8%, the lowest level in 18 years. The Trump administration's 10% tariff on aluminum and 25% tariff on steel took effect this morning. Canada already hit back, saying it plans to slap tariffs on U.S. steel and consumer goods. Mexico and the European Union also say they'll retaliate. Keep in mind, the U.S. is the world's biggest steel importer. A new survey on the use of social media looks at where teenagers are spending their time online. YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat are the most popular platforms, according to Pew Research. Until recently, Facebook dominated social media among America's youth. Today, about half of teens say they use Facebook, compared to 85% who use YouTube. 95% of teens say they have access to a smartphone, and 45% say they are online almost constantly. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. In New York, I'm Diane King Hall.
All right, Diane, thank you. The Dow Industrials up 230 points at the noon hour. The NASDAQ up 107. As Diane said, they were shaking off the tariffs because of the job numbers, but I bet the farm numbers are different.
Yeah, they are definitely different, Mark. And that's all we're talking about is what U.S. agriculture's got at risk now with Canada, Mexico, the European Union, and don't forget about China. So a lot of agriculture's cards on the table with the Trump administration right now. I talked yesterday with U.S. Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack, former U.S. Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack, now in charge as President CEO of the U.S. Dairy Export Council, and he said he wishes that we wouldn't have gone it alone. He said there are other countries like Japan that could have partnered with the United States on some of these tariff deals instead of just pushing all of our U.S. product up there for target. So like we said, cheese is one of the items that's on the hit list, as well as yogurt. Of course, we're watching U.S. pork, apples, cranberries also on the hit list. So a lot of Wisconsin agriculture has anxiety. Now, those numbers are adjusted since they were sent over to the studio. Our soybean numbers are down about 2.5 right now. So everything's trading a little bit lower. Livestock is also down. Our fluid milk contracts on the midday are down in Chicago. Dairy product prices, again, with reflection to the fact that we export a lot of our cheese, a lot of our powdered milk, a lot of those products go international. Barrel cheese today is down 2.5. We're currently sitting at $1.52. 40-pound block cheese is down a penny today, $1.59 3/4. And the AA butter, that's down a penny and a quarter today as well to $2.37 3/4. So like I said, agriculture is going to be watching very, very closely to see how and when we're going to either be able to work through to common ground with some of this tariffs, or if some of the business-to-business relationships that U.S. agriculture has worked on for so many years will help to keep some of that business in play despite the tariffs. It's going to be a waiting game to see what happens. The only good thing on the upside is they believe that this action by the Trump administration should help push a farm bill through with fewer cost-cutting measures because they know farmers are getting hit hard with these.
Yeah, interesting times to say the least.
Yeah.
All right, well, take a breather. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
We'll see you later. Chris is here now with the forecast. Happy summer.
That's right.
In terms of the meteorology department anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Today, the first day of meteorological summer. These are the months from June 1st through August 30th. These are the warmest periods of the year. And today marks day one of that. Now, this is not based on the Earth and Sun position. Like I said, it's based on the warmest months of the year. And typically during this 3-month period, we get about 13 inches of rain. Now, starting out with June as a whole, typically June temperatures around June 1st are right around 74 degrees, which oddly enough, we'll see our max temperatures top out right around there today. Usually, for the month of June, we see about 4.5 inches of rain. Now, coming off the second wettest May on record, let's go ahead and show you how the Climate Prediction Center has shaped up the overall summer as a whole when it comes to how much rain or snow we see falling out of the sky. I hope it's all rain for this time of the year, but we do have a slight chance of above average rainfall coming down, and then an equal chance for temperatures being above or below average. Most likely temperatures will be normal for this time of the year. Speaking of those temperatures, we're sitting at 69 degrees right now. Dew points continuing to fall through the 60s as that cold front comes on through. In fact, we are much cooler to our west, or our east rather, and much warmer to the west, with temperatures at 85 as you get out towards Boscobel. You go back towards the lake shore, this is where we'll see a lot more temperatures that are in the 50s for this time. That's where the cloud cover is also coming from as well as we start to track this cold front on through here. However, our next weather maker gathering steam across the upper Great Plains right now, this region of low pressure, taking a track towards Canada, that's going to bring in our next rain chance as we go towards the weekend. So by the time folks are waking up on Saturday morning, we'll notice a lot more cloud cover across southern Wisconsin. And then Saturday night into Sunday, that's when the rain chance will come on through here before high pressure takes over. And then we get more sunshine, and that's certainly going to be welcome. So let's come closer to home and take you hour by hour. By the time you're waking up tomorrow morning, do expect cloud cover to be around. We'll see temperatures topping out right around 72 with some sunshine towards the afternoon. Notice the cloud cover starting to move in from the west at that point. That'll filter in, and here come those showers as we get you towards about 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So for the most part, the sun will begin to set by the time we get a lot of those showers and thunderstorms in here, and most of that will be overnight. But do be advised, there's a lot of community events this weekend. You want to make sure you are prepared for the rain that comes on through here. By Sunday morning, we're waking up with temperatures that will make it into the upper 50s. So this afternoon, 76 degrees. Overnight tonight, we'll watch our temperatures fall towards 50, and then as we take you through the next 7 days, we are talking temperatures in the 70s Sunday and Monday, 80s returning by Tuesday next week, and then of course we will enjoy the sunshine that comes after that with more rain chances towards the end of next week. Not sure what happened there, but of course that is a nice view from the Platteville camera. I guess we'll enjoy the sunshine that they have out there, and there's a lot more sunshine in your forecast other than the rain on Saturday, Mark. But of course, we're tracking more rain chances towards the end of next week as well.
Very pleasant view. I don't mind looking at that at all.
It is a pleasant view. I'll take it.
So rain overnight on Saturday, so most of the weekend looks pretty good.
Most of the weekend is good.
All right, good news. Thank you, Chris.
No problem.
And there's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, an event is giving bicyclists free reign of downtown Madison roads this weekend. We'll tell you about Ride the Drive when we come back. Well, it's an annual event along John Nolan Drive, the Ride the Drive event, giving bicyclists and all sorts of motor wheeled operation apparatus free reign of downtown roads. It's happening Sunday from 11 to 3. And joining us with more on the event is Ann Shea with the Madison Parks Department. 10th annual.
Correct. Yes, 10th annual. And it's stroll, roll, pedal, or glide. So we've got our stroll, our roll, our pedal, and then glide, like rollerblades.
So you can even just walk if you want to.
You sure can.
So for folks new to the area, tell us how this works.
So Ride the Drive closes basically just John Nolan Drive. A portion of John Nolan Drive is closed to motor vehicle traffic. And a little bit of Proudfoot, which is in front of Brittingham Park. So there's 3 parks, Brittingham, Law, and Olin. And there's events, activities, and food carts at each of those 3 parks that are going on from 11 to 3.
And here's some video from past events. So it's not just riding.
No.
It's sort of a festival all over the place.
Yeah, there is. And like one of the vendors is handheld bikes for those that are partially disabled. They might want to try that, or anybody can try it. It's a hand bike, so it's a sit, and then you actually pedal with your hands.
So what if you don't have a bike?
No problem. So thank you for asking. We've partnered with Madison B-Cycle, and they have agreed to do free check out your own bike, a B-Cycle bike, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So let's say you live on the east side and you want to check one out at Albrecht and ride to the event, no problem. It's free. So that's a great little perk that they're doing, that you can check out a B-Cycle bike.
And then you can check out that service as well, because it's a great
Exactly.
community. And Madison is such a biking community.
It is. It is. And it's nice, from my perspective, it's really great to have John Nolan Drive quiet. No cars, no trucks, just enjoy the view.
And it's such a spectacular view.
It is.
You're usually in your car, you know, fighting traffic.
Right, trying to get somewhere. Take your time, 4 miles.
What a relaxing way to do it. So just show up, you don't have to register, nothing.
Correct. No register, it's free to attend. The one thing that you may want to do that's paid for is $5 for the rock climbing wall. But everything else besides the food carts is free.
And what a great way to spend a Sunday.
Yeah, and great weather too.
11 to 3.
11 to 3.
All right, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Good luck. And speaking of the weather, looking pretty good for Sunday.
That's right. Sunday, one of the better days of the forecast. Let's go ahead and take a better look at your 7-day now. Sunday looks great. We're talking 71 degrees and a whole lot of sunshine. It's one of those days that Sunday will live up to its name. The humidity will be down as well, so it's going to ultimately feel pretty good. 80s returning by the time we get you towards Tuesday and Wednesday next week, with shower and thunderstorm chances towards the end. So do be prepared for the sunshine this weekend.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.